One rising to you all the lovers of freedom, all the patriots all over the world. I'm bringing good tidings from Jehovah Every. I'm bringing good tidings from Mother Universe. I'm bringing good tidings from our ancient Father. I'm bringing good tidings from all the galactic federations, or from all the cosmic energies. My next prayer for you today is that you are totally well in all your ways. Today is 7th Sunday, September 2025. I want to quickly alert us about something. It is very downgrading that there's one notion that we have. We were created in the image of God and His likeness, and we have to first of all define God, even to how they projected it to us. Are we acting like God in any form? Does God like injustice? Does God love slavery? Why are we enslaving ourselves? There's something spectacular this very morning I want to be letting us know about, because we black people, we always believe in one thing. We be enemy to person wey don't done. We be friend to person wey don't done. Enemy to person we never put for fire. Nearly the whole Africa the other day, some months ago, when we begin to find out that the West, they are about to do something to Captain Ibrahim Traore, every one of us will still begin to use our platform. This very Ibrahim Traore was one fair called a terrorist because he took over government. It was not legal for him. Because of the pains of the people, then he took over the government with support of some allies who want the world to be better. Now, because I'm seeing so many persons tagging Samuel Ekpa to be a terrorist, it is very appalling and amazing. That was when I know that no, there are people who does not want to stay on this planet Earth. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Not all human beings are human. It is not every of your neighbor you see as human being. They are not human beings. Now, what did Tony Blair say many years ago that made the West? They invaded Afghanistan. Why? Because Tony Blair said that there is weapon of mass destruction in the Middle East that make America spend 20 years in Afghanistan. Thank God for His Excellency. I will not mention the other one, who came and said, okay, why is there fight here? What is happening? Now, the Taliban that they name say they be terrorists, they the Ekpa people. Do you know that very Afghanistan, the Taliban, they were the indigenous people of Afghanistan. Our papa give what this man Abdul the play fee to fight and take over Afghanistan. Ever since, have you been? Because the indigenous people have taken over. Now, Samuel Ekpa, particularly this midget in America, I've seen him write Samuel Ekpa's name as a terrorist. I look at it now. There is no hope for black, particularly Edo alien. There is no hope for them. The people that are going to be remain in those states, it will not be up to 5%. Not be me one by you. Because the people that you are projected to stand for you, they are your problem. The West always do one thing. There is a way they always want to use our people's head against themselves. Like me now, the West cannot use me. Okay, the West will not use me. I will not come and help them to start advertising injection. Then I will not start supporting the bad leader. No, I will not do that. But all these aliens, Edo alien, you see, Edo alien, the problem we have in the world. When we say Edo is Siagbon, a lot of people don't really know the meaning. That Edo land you are seeing, it have a very huge significance of what is to happen in the world. That was what Nnnamdi Kanu told us in one of his videos, that they don't have a special role to play, that land, Edo land, in Biafra liberation. That was why the main place where witches and wizards gather against any freedom. Now I want to break this thing to you. Heaven will bear me witness. The fight we are fighting today is between the people that call Oryomba and Osioba. Is the people fighting all over the world. If you tell the people they have called Oryomba today are the main people who stand for the uprightness of our people, while Osioba they support evil. Go and do your finding. You will not, don't hear this thing from me. It is hard time we become a critical thinker if we must possess the new oil that is coming. The fight we have today is between Oryomba and Osioba. Check people they have tagged Oryomba. Just check it. Donald Trump is Oryomba. Ibrahim Traore is hero. Any freedom fighter is Oryomba. Because why? You are not going to do according to what the law. Quote me anywhere. I know a lot of you does not want to hear it. That's why you have unnecessary pains today. We have to break it to you here. Now, I'm going to be a little bit historical here. After Tony Blair named Middle East that they weapon of mass destruction, NATO and their ally, the deep states, they rise up. Hey, we must go there. Saddam Hussein was not a terrorist. That man was a good man. He was trying to defend his people. Idi Amin of Uganda was not a bad person. Every person that you see them name a bad person. Who tell you say now Osama bin Laden I bomb World Trade Center? Not being. But go out George Bush. Wanedo alien. They know what they did in 9/11 attack against the US. Not be Osama bin Laden. Barack Obama knocked by Osama bin Laden. He knocked by him. I know this one is going to make you feel that boy they lie. You wait for you are going to be seeing it soon. That was why it was included in the book of Matthew 10 verse 36. I want to appreciate who is this man's name. I just saw your comment you wrote this morning. I think the other of my phone. I don't know what happened to the network. The network is not even working. But I will appreciate another. I think Peter something. The accolade you give to me, so heaven will give you. I think Peter or more something or so. That was why it was written in the book of Matthew 10 verse 36. He said, a Mazo enemy. The people that did not want Edo state to go forward, they are in Edo. They are not from outside that. If the West have nobody to work with at home, okay, they didn't use me for injection against my people. They did not, but we have like this vagabundo in America, this media, this emite, this Eranomigo. They use it against you. The way they use him, that's why today he's fighting to make sure this very government remains. And my next prayer for him, what you saw in this very administration, you will repeat. You and your generation will repeat. What I saw, I will repeat. Let that one be the cause of everyone. Let us begin to lay us on ourselves. If from today, do what your money, in a down the way. But a lot of you will not say amen to this because you are also a complicit. That's why it's complicit. Do you think to get freedom, what did Moses do? He stepped on toes. He became an enemy to Pharaoh. They call him enemy of palace. Now when they tax some persons, they go come convince you. Samuel Ekpa, how is he a terrorist? How? Because he went into armed struggle, trying to liberate his own people. Because he went into armed struggle, trying to liberate his own people. Tell me any freedom fighter that is not going to armed struggle. Even most of you, if you have called Samuel Ekpa a terrorist in this very scenario, now God will punish you. You know why? It was scripted in the book of Numbers 31, verse 49. They told Moses, they said, Mosino, we have counted the soldiers under your command. None is missing. That is to say, for Moses to liberate the children of Israel, he went into armed struggle. What did Samuel Ekpa do? What did he do? What does Nnnamdi Kanu do? Meanwhile, your days are numbered. Any video I do, power don't cap that mela now. Any mesoti aroi. Every wire so to wahiaroi. Don't be deceived, our God is not mocked. In Galatians 6 verse 7, He said, whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall reap. God, let me reap what I sowed. In everybody's life in this world, I don't sow evil. Every seed I put on the ground, but they will count this thing as an insult. They will not say amen to it. They want to come and debunk it. Why? Then why are you sowing evil? You see, this is the problem that we have today. But when President Donald J. Trump come into power, he look at it. There was one press interview that Donald Trump granted. Because that man, if he talk, you know, just put on for your head like that. Oh. As a man with brain, he said he can't himself done. He said we made mistakes. He said we made mistakes, can't himself done. Tony Blair was the one that perpetrated that there's war, there's weapon of mass destruction in the Middle East. America spent 20 years in Afghanistan. At the end of the day, they left there with shame. Abdul, the leader of the Taliban, succeeded to take back their indigenous land. There is nowhere in this world that people have gotten their freedom freely. Up till today, Ibrahim Traore is still called terrorist by the West. The European Union have not accepted Ibrahim Traore, apart from Russia, apart from Putin and our allies. May God not let bad things happen now and say they cut Ibrahim Traore. The same Edo alien will start tagging him as a terrorist. Because why? Their hutches, where their papa belong, they don't already call them terrorists. Did you see Nigerian government applaud Ibrahim Traore? What is the good thing to do with Burkina Faso? No. So for those of you who are innocent, stop following all these. They have juju they do. So that anytime calamity want to befall them, they use you to exchange. That's why they are draining your emotions. What happens today? Go and see midgets. Even up my way midgets. Because midgets always watch me. As I talk about nicotine that day now, a midget can get one. But will he extend it to you? Extend the one. That was how he encourages you. Let it come and say today now that the injection advertised in my platform that that's good. Only away on this what you always do. If he campaigns for any leader, or you got backfire or call you when because he have a way of using you to extend his destiny. But this time around they go waka lost. Because enough is enough of it, this win-win shenanigans. Moses was not a good person. Even to some Israelites that he came to come and deliver, they also call him a terrorist. Now you'll be bold enough, you that call yourself a useless freedom fighter, because the Finnish, you have not even got detail why the Finnish government even sentenced him to 6 years. Whether they are even using the Nigerian to play, they are playing prank with Nigeria, you don't even know. There is a way with the patriot we does our things. At times now we they beat them, we go assume say that they beat us. Now in Pennsylvania the other day, you thought bullet meet Donald J. Trump. That's how senseless you are. What message was Donald J. Trump was trying to send out? It's time for you. This fight, not be small fight. Me another bullet. Most of the things you are watching is film. 99% film. The real deal, just to give you a picture of it. That this thing, it can happen. Also look at Muammar Gaddafi. When Muammar Gaddafi was in Libya, he was a very good man, the best president the world have ever had. This golden age we are talking about, now Libya for fair they happen. Muammar Gaddafi helped all his people. Go see her now. The same Muammar Gaddafi, his people, the Libyans, they rose up against him and start calling him a dictator. He no one more do election. By using Obama Barack with NATO, they eradicated him. They also call him a terrorist. Even most of us, we are even convinced that that man is a bad man. But go and look at Libya today. Because of Muammar Gaddafi was far, not be small. But you are going to also be seeing the comeback of Muammar Gaddafi. Save this very video against the rainy day. You are going to also be seeing the comeback of Muammar Gaddafi. You are going to be seeing the comeback of John F. Kennedy. This world has been like this. And it has been an enemy with a friendly face. I've been the one that terrorizing. Okay, look at it recently. There have been mass kidnapping. All villages in Edo have been taken over. The new sheriff in town have not done anything significant. But you see people hailing him, Edo is shining. I think there was a news I saw, which someone loved that news. If karma can be this fast, I love it. When this our younger brother, who is also doing well, by the grace of God, said that if Dangote trailer keep on doing this, we are going to be going for mass protest. It is not every word man said. Man feel also okay now. We'll make sure say man, this way just happen. We'll make sure say this test we are going to end it. Nobody go live here again. It means that we are going to come out in a man. We are not going to take it lightly with them. Now, when this our brother said, we are going to make sure Dangote, what did they do before? We go restrict on this and that, but we coming out. Then one of the guys, I saw it on media from a lot of bloggers, who said that why would the very dark man talk like that? The next accident, his brother, Ekpa. So it's going to happen to everyone who is fighting any freedom fighter. Now, if your leaders that are corrupt, Nigerian government who can unleash in Lekki Tollgate by their own people is who you are supporting. The right petition against Samuel Ekpa, and you are calling Samuel Ekpa. If Samuel Ekpa is really a terrorist, the way you call it, if he really a terrorist, the way you call it, it shall be well with you. But if what Samuel Ekpa is doing, what everybody in this whole world have done, even what Americans are doing today, there were deployment recently. For those of you, if you are not a moron, if you are in America and on the good side today, your son or your daughter might have been deployed to some certain areas to make sure they fit the world. If what Samuel Ekpa really doing is really a terrorist, it shall be well with you. If he's not a terrorist because of personal selfish interest or because of hatred, my dear, all the powers that govern the heavens and the earth, with all our forefathers, needed freedom for us. We, because of your personal selfish interest, will not get that freedom. We will your back and get that freedom. Because we have to stop some certain nonsense. He said there's a man to preach, to pray, there's a God to answer. There are a lot of things that are supposed to cease existing from our society today. Where is the law? Why are we not loving ourselves? Before Edo State election, most Edo and the Fed is all about Obaseki. Obaseki today, life is good. He and the First Lady, they are somewhere right now enjoying. Agbo Malaika live in town Lagoon. Agbo Malaika may not be in Ibadan again. He might be in California, he might be in Marbella, in Malaga, enjoying himself. Now, when the police disbanded the security outfit, all of you that are happy today, they might have killed your brother, they might have killed your mother, and they are still coming for you. Nobody's coming to come and save you. But this midget, he's saying that Okpewolo and Tinubu is working. Now, a sensible man, how do you know a working government? One, the insecurity must be reduced. The GDP and IGRO, there must be changes. If at all, say they're not even good. Either the economy is going to be booming, there's going to be insecurity reduced. Let's assume they used to kidnap in every month. Now, in 6 months, we're not hear kidnapping again. Then you can boldly say the governor is working. This man in America will be stoned to death. Are you big boy? You big boy because of the atrocity you intend to be performing in our states. We cannot continue like this as a people. Oh, Salobo, no Jagbon, the Anunnakis, the Nibiru, the Galactic forces. Here will show example. Here will Bolori. Accepting what you are doing to save humanity. Now all of them say Edo is shining, but Nana kidnapping do pass. During election, They separated you guys through politics. But although it's suffering, my dear, am I crying now? Don't you look the way I'm looking fresh? If I from here, all part of Europe, anywhere my soul of your feet shall set upon, Ogbalegbe no can rest where we are again. All Khartoum good morning. Ogbalegbe no can go bog yeke Spain. First of all, Newton bonus here, common stars. Story bien equal. I call some of them equal because when I came to this town, they saw you pampas. Because we know what we are putting into the system. That's why we are at nobody come and tell me what you have done. Is it by performing shenanigans or supporting evil? You think most of them, they are happy with you. Anytime they come our freedom fighter. People, the same thing when you were advocating to make sure the place were good. We went to different places. The name they called you, which you never accepted, is not the same name you are calling people. Remember, they call you a terrorist. Remember, I stood by you. For you to call someone a terrorist, for you to open up your goddamn fucking mouth as a vaccinated moron, a globalist, you poison our people because of personal selfish interest. Then you are coming again, selling by the very bad narrative. And for your personal selfish interest, not for the interest of anybody. My dear, a graphinos are the only young boy. A nanotechnology only young boy. A spike protein and the microditis of young boy. That's why you want to say very Italian. It will come to a time we have nobody again. Even when most of us are even doing well at times, they easily call you terrorists. Now, we have not seen any of you insulting Fulani. We have not seen it. We have not seen any of you. Mama, we are doing there. Have a vagabond don't have Australia lobby. Bring out you do as many that kidnapping in this very town. But they can lay us on a cuckoo. We have not seen them. We have not seen okay, Fulani. Una irawo bi otonane wori de bama na ya adwemamu buronigbe na ya adwemamu viekovia na ya adwemamu be so and so play amami no vie ball adian but orion ba wati ebona. Please, for those of you that have not disconnected yourself, this very fight is between Osioba and Orionba. That was why a lot of you did not really know why I came out here. In another point, man, I will toss your battle Osubu, because I know the tricks that these people are using. Osioba is the darkness. Why we they call Orionba are the light. Go and verify it. Do your verification everywhere. Ibrahim Traore is Orionba, get it clear. That's why no Osioba supported Ibrahim Traore. If they ever support it because of majority go that side. No Osioba support Donald Trump. E.g., this man in America called Donald Trump an insurrectionist. I'll tell Donald Trump here. Because Donald Trump, he never supported the population agenda. He don't support it. He's not a part of it. Donald Trump deliberately appointed Robert F. Kennedy because what that man is coming to come and do against the big farmer. Where you are giving our Sioba ni rare U.S. Parliament today, you Donald F. Kennedy or Yami. They are no longer talking about the man who wake up, man just not believe. Because the man said where no soon as soon as say you have already found out the reason why we have autism. It's because these same graphinos are they add to these women in Arama and the injection they give to these children or containing iron particles also autism rate. They bully the man for us in it today. The bad senators who are also the allies of these midgets in America. A lot of you did not really know people like us anger. Who want your world to be good? Tell me any Benin man who have the cojones to do what I do. They can't do it. They can't do it. Let anybody come and yes, I stand for salvation for humanity and redemption. Now, why did I intend to give you the historical background? They have named all our freedom fighters in order to eradicate them. Now, what does Nelson Mandela stand for? They imprisoned him for 27 years. Now, having an what is social media no do me weapon. then you are following them. Why they are using you to cash out? You are sharing somebody's video whose motive is to cash out because of God in a way. If you know now tell me what sort of people the name they are living for their children. Why does even the Nigerian call so worried? They call so worried also a terrorist. Because it's a revolution now. Now the main people today who are good are the people, if you can fight against any freedom fighter, the federal government of Nigeria have a gift for you. If you can fight any freedom fighter, the federal government of Nigeria have a gift for you. So most of them made it for the entire Nigeria. If I talk now, we prefer to be in exile. After all, according to Nelson Mandela, he said 3 places meant for freedom fighter: exile, prison, or grave. Those places also good. We can choose to be in exile, but our life is good. But wait to see how I'm going to arrest you tomorrow. Because I'm not exposing me no boom. Unueri no magbani. You are going to marry your there. You be saluwe. Kuwe came no lega when I go and mark my word. Read my lips. Take it to the supermarket. Or go ya demi as a check. That's how they always use sentiment to do anything. Why do you think I call myself the most powerful person in the world? Even see, a matter make him powerful. Anywhere where men are move where we are really make me now. I will want the case to go to court. The patriot you have very large. Now don't verify mama will wear. The book of Isaiah chapter 8. I love quoting the Bible. It makes my activism to be more unique, more than any other person as far as this was concerned. The book of Isaiah chapter 38 verse 1. God told Hezekiah, he said this very sickness is going to lead unto that you can't survive it. Then what does Hezekiah do? He turned it back against the word and prayed. He said, God, check my record. I will tell any person, go and check my record. Let's verify it. For those of you watching, we are verifying. It's just where most of us are not mentally balanced enough to carry our own life. I told you what is coming is going to be bigger. I told you guys right from time. It's going to get weird more than this. I can accuse any of them. Let them come and accuse me of one thing. That this thing, you misleaded our people. Let any of them come and say that this very area, you misleaded our people. You can see what they are supporting. To the extent right now, kidnapper, they are not going after governmental motto. Is that one not a slap on any state governor? That your own people, at least the most safer this is today that any terrorist should fear is government property. But right now, they kidnap government property. Now, Okpa will say the new sheriff in town. Tracker, you cannot afford tracker. Instead of you buying back, why not just send 1 or 2 Edo alien abroad? Go and learn on how to use tracker. You can get the drone. You can also even invest in a space-link satellite. Your business will be there in the space, checking everywhere. At least protect lives. They don't do anything. During Obaseki, no tracker. Kidnapper will call for ransom. They will collect the money. Then you want to tell me you guys are normal? You guys are a bunch of animals. From day 1 to day 0, who can support our. Thank God they are going to get to you one day. Are they going to get to you? They will never get to where I am. Thank God for that. You can't come and knock on your door. Wagaro live a street now. More road for trees, more gida. Bring all your kofra, whatever, your kofra idiot. More gida. I think I heard that this very boy, I think the boy is in France. His car were destroyed by some certain alien. Only white men are close courtism here abroad. Dime wanigin by the grace, I will close courtism abroad. One man squad. Imotoni, Igbe there you may be. Because that one is also coward, because a coward in all of them are vaccinated moron. You cannot be a vaccinated moron here pursue a case. You ma water now. You can't do it. You can't do it. On some kind of occasion, I've also seen that idiot do 1 or 2 broke out and that's why I will not talk about those things. I refuse to support any person that are hypocrites. If I've supported you before and you choose to be an hypocrite today, now God will punish you. What is right is right. Look at everything they planted, they're doing. How can in this abroad, 21st century, who you have vandalized all my money? But with nanotechnology in your system, don't you know you are traceable? There's already a tracker in your system already. With nanotechnology in your system, oh, you have vandalized all my motor. When you were doing, they will go to the computer and check. A new guy was at that time, and right now, digital ID coming for them to glitch you. A lot of people to prefer to die fighting courtesy than to fight for humanity. The number one man on who there, the Anna Dorie State Beriane, or once in a while it is being remembered. In my there, a boy with 2 fingers in the hair, you will leave your children and your wife at home. Who you are walking near because it belongs to one color. And these are the same color. The Ogbalebe, when you know the day where they born you, now I go meet you tomorrow, so to you. You can never see them in any protest. You cannot fly the same berets and say no to vaccine. You can't because you are a moron. Come and knock on the main door. And let's send you exile. If we can't get you, we'll get your children, we'll get your wife, they will pay dearly for it. I'll be calling some alien, they are not answering. Those people, they are not using Kofra to chase new things. You form yourself. Stop using spiritual. Let make it physical lead you. Let you lose at the end of the day. Let me see how your passport and everything you have will be revoked immediately. Whatever you belong to me, why we belong to that, they used to do better things. As you can see, somebody just acknowledge the fact that he loved my quote. Whether now Peter, I'm not con the thing just kicked my head. I don't know why the other phone is not the internet did not work this morning. It is easier to say because you want to make the government of the day who are wicked. Tell me one particular thing Tinubu have done for the people. There are still kidnapping everywhere, no proactive measure. The agenda that they have, that is don't think, they are fulfilling it. Yet you are campaigning for the same government. I will lay there. You follow. As you guys are supporting evil will be for you. What the people did not really know. Karma is not that. Because you are in the street gavalante. Look at during the time of Obaseki. Today all of them, they are hungry. If there are more people today that will be regretting their life, if I have known, I would have just do what you think do as an independent person. Because most of you were giving 10 million, most of you were giving 20 million. Today you are still hungry. That's why the Bible said, the blessing of God maketh one to be. Today I'm a very happy person. Very, very happy person. If I check what I've done, what God is using me to speak, and the toes I've stepped upon, and what God is still going to use me to do tomorrow, I will say, if not I've fought a good fight of faith. I've defended the race. Fought a good fight of faith. That's that very Isaiah 38 that I told you. Ezekiel said, God check my record. And really God check his record. The sickness that God said is not going to be healed, it's going to bleed on to death. God added more 15 years to his age. When you are being asked tomorrow, how did you live? What did you do with your life? Practically, I have nothing to say. All you do is to support evil. You were giving money to your dear donor, no do showcasing. Where is the money today? Where is the money today? With nanotechnology in your system, you are your family, you are gone in a hurry. I want to hear anything from you. I control the cyberspace. I tell you, when they were coming for our people, what did you advertise? The same thing you guys are doing today. Because you are a moron. You are a moron. I'm a buwa. I'm a buwa now. Eat it. Come on, no red government now. I pray. Me, I celebrate good things. Let's even assume now the government bring out a very better initiative, like the airspace, the physical airspace to be taken care of. And there is no more kidnapping. Government will not be doing something, for example, Medo Eliana, even when Obaseki was even trying, they said he did not try. If we see any what your idiot is doing, we will not talk about. If you look at it over some time, the way I'm always dreaming and seeing that man, I see that the God of the land wants to also use him to do one or two things in the land. That was why it was God that used him to remove Tiger and Lion from the street. God is going to use that very man. What Aswen would have not been able to do with settlement, God is going to use that man to do it drastically. Because it's Swayak Besu. There are things Aswen would have not been able to do because of settlement. The same settlement Obaseki used. The same settlement Obaseki used. Uwafi Rane, Swine or Degboto. Obaseki, he called this very tree. He cut the very tree. But where Swine or Degboto, or Maswine or Degboto? Irana Degbona Degbo Ugui. There are wood you call those days, or Degbo Ugui. That was the problem Obaseki caused. And I mean where all a nigga that I gave autonomous to, all of them, Otoya Iye, and most of them, any maminu yative, no way. They feel where by fear, I am your liberation. Don't be afraid there. Me, I've gotten my liberation. If I'm a man that have not saved myself, I will not save other people. If I have not saved myself, I will not be saving people. I've saved myself, I'm saving tens of millions of people. We are the Moses of our time, the way it was created. That was why they make it categorically clear in the book of Numbers 31 verse 49. He said, Mozano, we have counted the people no all your army, none is missing. But the same alien who is calling Samuel Ekpa that he is a terrorist today, you go to the Bible and you want to read that for the very day you want to use any person or any Bible to advocate either Exodus 14:14, God will fight your fight and you hold your peace. That very thing your system will activate in a hurry. A New York boy will visit you in a hurry. How come? How long shall they kill our prophet? Why we stand this side and look? What's wrong about Mali? People like them Tupac, why did they remove them from the street? Because they stand for humanity. Look at us, many people in Igbele. Those people, no one were bad. Muammar Gaddafi was not a bad person. Saddam Hussein was not a bad person. Was not a bad person. Idi Amin Uganda was not a bad person. Those people, they fight against your colonialism and imperialism. Thomas Sankara the Ekpa was not a bad person. Kwame was not a bad person. Was not a bad person. Was not a bad person. Patrice Lumumba of the Democratic Republic of Congo was not a bad person. The one they Ekpa in 2022 here, John Pablo Magufuli, the president of Tanzania, was not a bad person because he tried to push back the West against, you are coming to come and find my people. They poisoned that man because why? A man said, oh, now we have a worry in money because of my wages. Don't problem Magufuli. You are poisoning. Do you know many African leaders? Me and Ekpa. Now, how are you going to get your liberation? Now, Ekpa, where are you from? With Dallas, Texas. No, let me with me jet. Then Orion one will walking out. Whatsoever you wish your people will happen to you. And remember, we tell me, if I'm advocating for people to fight, let me go. As you are supporting every evil narrative, you will be the one to pay for it. You will be the one to pay for it. Enough of this bullshit. A small guy. Ibrahim Traore was 34 years when he took over in 2022. Do you know what it takes to lead the coup? That time when many, a high treason I can't tell you. Up to today, Burkina Faso alien, they led the protest against him in Paris. Who were some months ago here? They led the protest against Ibrahim Traore. Not today. But at times it is painful. Now, let me tell you, walk by Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar would have not died though. For not by. Was not the wound that killed Julius Caesar. When he turned his back, or you go not stab him, was a close ally. It become betrayal when it comes from people you least expected. Julius Caesar would have not quite the stab that they stabbed him. When he turned his back, he looked at the person that was holding the knife, was the least person he least expected that would do such a thing. Being that you choose to betray the people, betrayal will be for you. The Anunnaki will locate your house. The spaceship will land in your building. It becomes betrayed when it comes from the people you least expected. That's why the era we have is a fight between Osioba and Ogyomba. So get that clear. You have to stand straight and defend your life. Nobody's coming to come. I told them what they were man of Makun Hoshi. You think it's all about going to native doctor? Get prepared, go to get weird more than this. You're going to get weird more than this. The government hands are tied. You can see Okpebolo is buying bags. Age and way by now kidnapping don't stop up. Ukwe kidnapping is still going on. But all this vagabundo, all this Australia wallaby, he said that a door is shining. Your days are numbered. So the heavily terror will terrorize you people. Or no soldier will locate you people one day. If you are supporting the government, support the government well. Give the government idea on what is not doing better. His Excellency, please, we can afford tracker. Yeah, you back Caterpillar the other day, good. Government work. These are some of the initiatives I was telling about the government then. The government can have a rapid response team. I'll be saying it. But Obaseki cabinet, you can have rapid response team. Anywhere we have a win, we cancel. Anywhere in the port of Ria, Yokedo, Biaba Bioko, Dekbe Sumet of Power, you have a missing quota, have a mede. But all my documents of Barivane, they don't care. Which Okpa will do this recently? If they fall from it very well, Ave Taga Lion can start working in that department. Ugmeso we got any Jalo. Ugmeso Awe express a sorrow, a canoe okay, in Unorevani, it can be disturbing. Then you money are clear, it pay us money. Engage these very people than leaving them idle. There are way government create job, but only will advise government to why. When no, all you only do is working well. He's working well. Tell me one thing that have not been there that this man is doing today that going to benefit the people. Edo line passengers and some other cars were taken to the bush. Edo State, at least good or bad, I think on the norms, when Edo line into Wajinina, or a can signal in case of any danger. The driver will pin a signal will line. A military base of where so and so time, so and so place like this. Or they send the exact location in having. Everybody were kidnapped. Who even know now whether these people they are coming at all? Who knows no matter? Am I going to be there in the car? We are me kidnap here. Where was been an Ekpa now? Or when I went me at the Africa right now, 1 million maybe. I'm not coming. Even when I'm even invited by Ibrahim Traore. I know when I'm to move. Before I started moving part of Europe, I was told to start moving. I was told to start moving. So we are doing a thing. Also, Bonagi Meti. What they say US oil. I'll rest. Why you go to support evil thing? All a Dolian, they supported vaccine. Our people is mine today, they are no longer I give me a medium support. A state that have a king, the king is not doing anything. The state government is not doing anything. This is a person of Saloba. How we go bring person and that person is not saving anybody? I can't get it. How we go bring somebody? The book of Philippians 2, verse 12b, it says, work out your salvation with fear and with trembling. What you guys need to do here, you have to work out your salvation yourself. You have to save yourself. Nobody is going to save you. The same Tony Blair, the former Prime Minister of the UK, Janjaweed. was the one that owned digital ID. Let me name to you Emmanuel Ave, the globalist. David Cameron is a globalist. Tony Blair is a globalist. Eric Maguire, President Donald J. Trump, put a call through to Theresa May. Theresa May me no day. That was how Theresa May on Ekpa. I think after Theresa May, Boris Johnson came. After Boris Johnson, Liz Truss came. On a doana say, "Uwe queen." Then a dolly and also me win me ane. Because I mean again, they are the most daft alien, very daft. And also me win me ane. After Liz Truss, Rishi Sunak kinare. Rishi Sunak also is also a globalist. Keir Starmer is also a globalist. And there are UK aliens today who cannot name this historical whatever. We have them in a palm of our hands. We have them in the palm of our hands. There are no UK aliens today who can consecutively name what I'm telling you right now. A leader of favor in error. It will be from one Kaaba to the other. From one Kaaba to the other. Then the big jet is not the recent globalist in Edo State, newly initiated. And all globalists, you think that you are reigning. An American citizen will be supporting APC in Edo State. Uto, umiogogo. Because il normal le lode. They me wajina na erase Spain. Me ma accept government in Spain no who dane. May accept. How do you know a working government? How do you know a working government? One, insecurity. Things are changing. The economy are burning. People are going back to work. I saw one of the useless posts. The dumb mother, idiot in Anoma. No, we no longer arena. Nehe Muria, who is on drugs. The dwarf and the midget. E why you no breed no my gbero o na no bere jemi o yan tebe gbere dere ona o na bi awe ti e ra ge moron ni umi pa ya zopa bi yan. There are people today, they are vast, but reye egun yan o wa oge no ka piede to kavesa e no support be no we ti support e ba ko e ma e badi no a body that was cloned oga lily. The cloning. Oh, man, we be one day. Why am I property over? Why am I property over now? When it busts, all your property and be raised down. Let's just wait until the people will get wise one day. The people will get wise one day, and they will not know the people that make way for them, that make way for them. Let me see whether you are going to be found worthy tomorrow. The property where they all remain. People will be wise because you cannot keep on encouraging bad government for these very people. Even argue way. Because you reliable. And you cannot take the same thing. A government will one manner. If they want to take it, why you can't take it? Why not use your voice to say, government, do this one for them? Because Ugwaligo no ni go gbo. Ni go gbo. No loaded then go lie. Every one of them, you guys do are complaining. What about the money the governor gave to you when you were supporting the government? They don't say it. Any of them today complaining, ask them, how much did the government give to you when you were supporting the government? How much did you work in a month? They work in a while. No came back money. All the people, whatever thing you do in humanity. Me, I can maybe ask anybody who can win on anybody. If I supported your whatever, you will give it damage because I've already zeroed my mind where for the time being, any better governor now will have a role. At least the security of our people is also guaranteed. At least that's also a pass man on my side because I support a good thing. Let everybody leave politics to their support a governor. Which other thing have you done for anybody? No information, nothing. No information, nothing. Go and see all our people. 40 years. Okay, on me down. Because they not kun yegbe. At times you will feel that it is not everything you do. Basically, you are doing for other persons. You are doing it for yourself. He said, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. As it was quoted in the book of Matthew 5 verse 7. Afiangbe no money. No me hito handama. Always in heaven have told him. Eke no keke no him na tebe deyeme. All the powers no ragmo bereni wa ga miefan. Eke no eke me na tebe mwere refua. Ugme me ka be re ni ma o saloba be tin ba metin. Eti no yagbon na re tin ba metin o. Oduwe me re tin ba metin. Eyin mi duri tin ba metin o. Na zenga miemele o. No soga miemele. A lot of people did not really know what way you are serving God. It means that you have to serve the people. What serving and say, mama. When no basaki to the direction, I told him, drop it. He couldn't save any. But all of you today, they have attacked the same thing in the governing away. Who might do rest in the governor where you date total you post. You don't know. May I not have bad supporter who will clap for me even when I'm doing evil. When we started fighting back against Didier Owanidio, some of our followers, some of our allies at the first time, I guess they will be shivering. But it comes to a time when they sum up courage, we cannot do we not do. We are not in this exile alone. We are not in this whatever alone. The galactic forces are with us. All the energies in our cosmos, they are with us. A spaceship, they are with us. The Tartarians, they are with us. Because the Tartarians, they stand for the truth. There are aliens also that also stand for the truth. That's why we are not afraid. The book of Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1. This was Isaiah speaking, or where since the day King Uzziah died, Isaiah, I saw the Lord. King have been problem right from the one in this world. Look at King Herod. Was a king who crucified justice. And then Jesus, that was the very day justice were crucified. Either a matter or who was gonna. That was the very day the name of freedom fighter is terrorist. The very day that man you see at the cross is not about Jesus there. He's talking about how lies emerge in the world. And the truth tellers are being nailed to the cross. Look at King Uzziah. He stand against the progress of Isaiah. Isaiah never saw the Lord. Look at King Pharaoh, who put the children of Israel in captivity for more than 430 years. They were there suffering. But he took a man, a little boy that we are giving birth to. Let me show you the water and moon. We like giving practicals here. So that the people that are going to go to church today, so that as they are coming back home, they will come and meet you fresh. This was the kind of local river Moses were kept. Let's assume that was Moses. Then they told Miriam, I got to an can float. Then something very mysterious pushed Pharaoh's daughter out of the palace to come and wash herself in the local water. When they have a swimming pool in the palace with diamonds. The person or a Bible will move now. Moses is part of the people. The Bible not make you to become a useless born again, a vaccinated born again, a macroditic born again. I know A moronic born again Christian. Moses contributed up to about 70% of the faith you have today in Christianity. But who was Moses? He was a man that was given birth to. During the time Pharaoh have already put a band. Any male child born of the Israelites must be crucified. When Moses' mother gave birth to Moses, after hiding him for 3 months, he no longer hid him again. He said, no, he said, let me go and dump this very son in the water. Told Miriam, look and what happened. Something drove Pharaoh's daughter away from the palace, leaving the beautiful swimming pool in the palace to go and wash herself in one local river. But when the time comes, then the Spirit of God Almighty, the ancestors of Moses, which is Abraham, begin to pinch Moses. Then Moses started crying as a baby. Something more to God the same way. The powers that govern in heaven and on earth is making me to speak to you this morning eloquently, so that you might have a change of heart and do the needful. Moses cried, and when Pharaoh's daughter heard it, he said, I can hear the voice of a baby. Then he told his medium, go and fetch that baby for me. And Miriam stood up. What are you doing here? He said, I just left this thing. I came to come and play in this place. Then Moses' daughter sent Miriam. That's the senior sister to Moses. May God bless all Miriam. All Miriam, may God bless. And may you continue to do what that same thing Miriam did in the Bible. May God make you to do it. Somebody else know Yahweh. It was a very unique thing. I think it contributed to the faith that you got today. That when we bring now, we no mind. We are you are vaccinated. It showed that a lunatic. Don't you see a Bible in Métier? Bring it on now. Bring it on. Let me combine anointing and annoyance together. Don't you see the way the quote in the float? People at Deboye cannot do it because they're globalist. I hear some people, while some idiots here, he told Miriam, go and call me somebody that will take care of this very business. Miriam, in his own wisdom, now they have it here. That's impartation. Miriam, in his own wisdom, he also went to go and call his mother, because this thing will be predestined. When the God of your ancestors is involved in your case, my dear, if I saw my where the way you take they different. I'm not looking for anybody. I'm not looking for anybody to post me. I'm on my own. After Moses' mother came, that's Miriam's mother, Pharaoh's daughter tell her, I'm going to pay you your wages. Make sure you take care of this very boy. The child that left Moses' mother's hand before. That's why in the time of your trial, do the little you can and leave the rest for God. It is an error for you not to do anything at all. When Moses' mother were exhausted in hiding, taking care of a newborn baby, the only thing that was left with her was to buy a basket. He was not praying in the blood of Jesus. He believed on the God of the ancestors. Because he knew the way no money had trouble with Kuwait, this my son is a deliverer. How many of you today know what your child can do? You can see your child in anywhere to about support. All let me get who support her. We don't lie very well. My son, you are not supposed to do this. There are more parents today. Honor me. We grew up in such a home. You are not supposed to go there. That was the kind of father that bring people like us up. But most of you today, any person you see your child with, they will send him his early grace. Ogwale famous. Moses' mother take Moses to their tent. A contract was signed. Bago no, but me yaga pay with so and so shillings every month. Then Moses' mother, oh, Shalom. She was never calling when people are there. Now he now made the child publicly. Now what she couldn't do before with the child was now doing the bathing the child. Whatever thing God has said concerning you must come to pass. That thing, that revelation which God revealed to me during my dream, that you are going to save your people, may it come to pass. Always Same, always Sayohu, always Sheko money. Moses grew up. Then when the time for naming ceremony came, Pharaoh's daughter called Moses' mother. But Pharaoh's daughter never knew that it was Moses' mother. The name now come. Now Pharaoh's daughter is to name Moses. Or where I call you Moses, because I drew you out of the water. As he called that very name, no Moses, the host of heaven answered. And they say yes to that very name. Through this very name, you will liberate your own people. That's why when Moses grew up, after the comfort, not the same way I comfort here abroad. I'm a vast, pure blood. But I'm seeing the level of the people like I was injured. Moses was a free man. He left the palace one day. Emozikiana, or you're a giant. He left the palace one day. He said, I want to go and see the body of, because he had the instinct in him. I don't need to go and read story about it. I don't need to go and read story about what people are going through. I know it by frequency. Moses know what was happening. That we have the same ideology. That's why they're suffering. So okay now. He left the palace one. He said, I want to go and see the burden of my people. Moses got there. I guess he was wearing the cap like me. He removed his cap and he looked around. Why would these people be maltreating our people like this? He saw two Egyptians harassing an Israelite. He said, no. I will not wait for this thing to happen. Ekpa died two Egyptians immediately. He spied them and hid them under the sun. Moses. When he protected the palace, a lot of people today have an opportunity to la palace. They are not the one holding small thing and you do among you. They are not doing adrenochrome. You are cursed tonight. If I'm called by God, you support evil in Edo State, you are cursed tonight. If I'm called by God and I was commissioned for this very mission, you are cursed tonight. I lay curse on you. After that, then another day again he came out. Let me just paraphrase the man of video, you know. Yeah, where I'm going, I'm also going to lead you on how God reminded Moses again when he confronted the Red Sea. No pastor can tell you this because they are no cojones, because they are morons. They can't preach it apart from miracle. Who told you a miracle is Bible? Yahoo? He energizes you to confront every of your enemy and calamities in life. He came out again and he met two Israelites fighting. They were fighting themselves. He called them, brother, please stop fighting. You guys are brothers. You are in the same captivity together. Let's unite. I guess Moses quoted the book of Amos 3:3. He said, can two work together except they agree? And I guess he also quoted the book of Psalm 133. See how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. They look at it, you want to come and kill us the same way you killed two Egyptians the other day. Most the same way doing today are calling all their deliverers terrorists. Samuel Ekpa is a terrorist. Nnnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. Ibrahim Traore is a terrorist. Donald Trump is an insurrectionist according to midget in America. Moses look at it, he said, where now for come tell me this one? So now he said, Pharaoh must have known about what's happening. People now don't go like this one. Why not just have the sense that when I got a little now, he make me nowhere now. Moses went inside the palace. leave all the goodies. So when I'm he even was head to the throne. He took his bag and he flew from with the weight of the face of Pharaoh. He went to Media. Even when Moses was going, he was still helping people. After 40 years in the book of Exodus 3 verse 9, he said, Moses, I've had a care of my people. I'm sending you to Egypt to go and deliver my people. That suffering was supposed to be 400 years. What made 30 years to join it? Well, because of that sin that two Israelites committed by accusing Moses, who was their deliverer, that you are coming to come and kill us the same way you killed two Egyptians that day. That's why most people today that will make Fulani to buy you, that will make Grafinos to buy you, that will make HID to buy you. Mind what comes out of your mouth. Not everybody you criticize. Do I don't criticize anything? I criticize them because I'm fighting your one idiot. Criticize me because of what I'm not doing well. If you criticize the it's a covenant. My boy is mission. No, we are not. That's why nobody can do this kind of program. You know, nobody. Did you see anybody that fight against us abroad? No, you know, you can't talk about it because your woman want to work for. You took somebody that with a clean heart. You can't do this. He said, I'm saying to go and meet Pharaoh. Then Moses, because of the fear of Pharaoh, he was not afraid. Then he now told God, you know, I don't speak fluently. I'm a stammerer. Okay, I will give you a run as a spokesman. Then fast forward. In the book of Exodus 4 verse 19. Moses was asking God, they will kill me if I go there. Look at the thing I did before I left. Before I left. Then God promised Moses in that Exodus 4 verse 19. He said, the people that sought to kill you, but you said they are dead. And Moses said, okay, if it is so, I will go. That was Moses. Liberated the children of Israel. For me to recap, which a lot of you go to enjoy this very part. When Moses come across the Red Sea, God told him, Moses, you know you are a submarine. You have survived water before. This is another water before you. What is that in your hand? He said, a staff of 4 feet from the God of my ancestors. That was why I guess Moses sang this song in the spirit. After Moses might have sang that song in the spirit. Okawe Egbira Oga ye setting where who doesn't know where me yahu. Then Moses stretched it and the Red Sea parted and the children of Israel walk on a dry ground. There is a remediation God always gives to you. That's why God is going to remind you of it. A bastard who are whole. Oh, a woman abroad. If you are in with the reason of this very topic, what you follow will determine what will follow you. Did I make myself clear there? God will always remind you of the battle you fought before. He may conquest 14 hours in the Mediterranean Sea. I'm here to not on me ballot. What can't see about me or where do gossip in? You are an idiot. Men see I am me way to say na joke. Where do we? Do we? Fool, foolish fool. Despite it was scripted, but tell me any reasonable human being who intend to apply this fundamental principle to whatever thing you are doing, and you waking up your spirit being. You are not using the blood of Jesus to shade away the God of protection in your life. Tell me why you will not succeed. You will. What is God going to remind you about? The last gossip you gossip. Let them bring you on in a hurry. We're going to be in UK on the 13th. It's true frequency. No Edo today can support what they are going to do on the 13th. Because you're Makanya. But I'm not telling you, I will be on UK on the 13th. It's going to be a total shutdown. How many of you will do it? I got your back, all of them start hiding. I swear my Eladian. I was one of the person who led campaign against it. But the same as one ungrateful elements. All his followers, they never one day. So when I of my brother, why are we governor? Mona go do governor. At times you'll be doing things for them. They will so give their set to devil to be used. They will never appreciate you. Because that same thing any person that mean well for humanity, no more appreciating when man know you are a demon. Whether it's permitted by God or not, I got cow in here. As when I am a logo remaining, no chef, you know, I think he finally ended up his political career now. Oh man, no buwe. So warokama negbo waya ho. All of you are globalists who are whole akuri wagmo. Women who are mufieti, no gbeluwa. Niya mawe na wegian he. Eri yan do. Eri oba se ki ve do. Manigbe na oba se ki mama mi ka o. O ma no ti oba se ki agan. Ona mo ka na December. If you a video kan oba se ki na feel look because some my video. E man wa mufie danger, life work and read danger. No le lu work and read danger. You guys are bad. For example, no man gbin anime. I will never betray you, ya little maniko. Your enemy is my enemy. Be very strong. That was the man no wa una. Oshomole that is a globalist. If you are not a globalist, why will you be seeing such a thing? Why are we governor? Only this man, those PDP campaign chairman. So I've forgotten his name. Was only the one that put a cut through to me. Aswan was he set up. I did a lot of video for them. Memo about time ago. But appreciation matters a lot. Workman shall win away. They respect tomorrow to win and work anime. Aswan, how many people do you say through vaccine? Do I globalist? Me they know why. Also, I'll be more judge do why because Warokpan all of you are bad. Warokpan why not supporting? Who are your man there? Who are your man there? Who are your man there? If you have a way now, you know I can away. If you have a who gave away, you know Basa Kide do it. Unagi why only wow. Liberate my people why I agmele guy. Firana for Ogenagi Wafin. Yahweh governor. The last election of Edo City Wauni, there no more going to be any fucking election. And then the last election, one of our election, Edo State in all big one be locate. We people now wanted the can't drain emotion. Ona ya mwe a logo or immediate value you. Immediate na what value we say na. What you value we say na. A governor when on the women your personal logo. Una ya mwe a logo a lunatic. Una ya mwe logo a vaccinated moron. Una ya mwe logo intellectual. We mu ya campaign. Because we're marrying where they do. We're marrying where they do. You don't even know what your problem people are passing through. All you know is to raise your resume. I will want first a governor. Maybe now what God are even using this man to do now. Clearing the way to go lion go on me and who get in where who will make now day 2024 or be 2030. Have a globalist no man make go work whole. Useless set of alien. Useless set of alien. Please let me believe in you guys. On in Mao. All our allies, un saludo muy fuerte. Ciao, bye.